As we have learned, education can be a major factor in the potential for social mobility or in social class reproduction. Despite its significant importance, there are major flaws and inequalities in our educational system today. In class, we talked about some of those inequalities. We discussed differences in facilities, supplies, curriculum, and lifestyles of students growing up in lower socioeconomic environments versus students growing up in more affluent environments. We also talked about how schools have a limited potential to positively impact students because of the influence of their home lives. But schools also have the potential to have great negative impacts on students' lives. I will show an example of this by focusing on an aspect of inequality we did not discuss as much in class: discipline. Discipline practices are the basis of the trends involved in the preschool to prison pipeline.
The school to prison pipeline describes the bizarre phenomenon by which young people are pushed out of school by virtue of exclusionary discipline, suspensions, expulsions, or the practice of arresting them or giving them criminal court summonses for really minor misbehavior.
Zero-tolerance policies and drastically increased suspension and expulsion rates are pushing students into the juvenile justice system. From these examples, we can see how early these practices start, and for minor infractions. These policies are meant to increase achievement by limiting bad behavior. However, suspension drastically increases the likelihood of a student later dropping out of school. Students who drop out of school will make significantly less money throughout their lifetime than high school and college graduates. They are also 8 times more likely to be incarcerated at some point in their lives. These are national trends, and these trends reflect significant racial and ethnic disparities. Minority students have higher rates of disciplinary referrals, suspensions, and expulsions. Statistics from the 2009-2010 school year indicated that Black students were 3.5 times more likely to be suspended or expelled than non-minority students. Exclusionary discipline practices are related to broader societal trends. These policies became more widespread across the nation based on societal events such as the increase of juvenile crime rates in the 80s and school shootings such as Columbine that occurred later. School officials felt that the need to ensure school safety was greater. What we need to consider is that these students, primarily minority males, who are dropping out of school and ending up in the prison system are not the problem. In many cases, they are not dangerous or incapable of being successful in school. More and more often, students are being expelled or repeatedly suspended as early as preschool. Additionally, these policies are making school climates and perhaps student experiences and interactions more hostile. These policies and trends are present in many areas throughout the nation. Educational policies are pushing these students out of the school system and depriving them of opportunities to improve their lives and social positions. These policies and the disproportionate impact on minority students are contributing to reproducing inequality.